Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Shootin' from the Stache. I'm your host, Brandon, the owner, operator, and artist behind Desperado Metal Designs. You know, in the first couple episodes of Shootin' from the Stache, I talked about things ranging from how I got started to booking my first shows, trying to find ways to get my name out there and stuff like that. And, you know, being that it's all a pretty foreign concept as far as marketing and stuff like that goes, just trying to learn the ins and outs of running a small business. I found that it's just a lot more to it than just making art and just trying to sell the art. It's a lot more that goes into it than just, you know, that simple concept. That is definitely the basis of everything, but there's a whole lot of little small details and stuff that goes into that. And, you know, one of the biggest obstacles, especially coming from someone like me who is actually a pretty shy person to begin with. I think most people that get to know me would say that first off, I'm a little standoffish. I can be a little quiet. I can be a little pulled back and reserved. But then once they get to know me, you know, I like to joke around and I seem outgoing, but that's definitely not how it comes off at first. Basically, when I started everything, one of the biggest obstacles when it comes to Desperado Metal Designs and trying to get myself out there and push the business and let everyone know about it is a very simple concept that I think most people can understand. And that's simply just getting out of your comfort zone. And that's what I'm going to be covering in today's video. But first, intro. So let's see. Like I mentioned, one of the biggest hurdles in me trying to start Desperado Metal Designs is just getting out of my comfort zone. Trying to learn something new, especially something that you're going to be, you know, sharing with everyone. People can give you their criticisms. People can, you know, give you their input on things. Definitely a lot of people out there that's going to, you know, just try to hate on you for no reason, be critical of you. Like I said, I grew up around a lot of people that if it wasn't something as simple as just going to college and trying to get a good paying job, that just wasn't something that came up. You know, doing anything different or anything out of the norm that most people just don't understand, that's just not really an option. And it is really hard to try to get out of that thinking when everyone around you has that mindset. It's real easy to get comfortable in what you're doing and comfortable with, you know, the path that's already been traveled, the path that's, you know, just a little easier to take. You don't have to worry about all those extra criticisms and stuff like I'd mentioned before. If you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone and you're willing to try something new and try something different, to me, if you succeed, that's the biggest payoff. And everyone has their own ideas of, you know, success and what their winning looks like. I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like you've accomplished something? Do you feel like you've put forth the effort and look at what you've done and be proud of yourself? Can you root for yourself? Like, that's the biggest thing. You know, stepping outside of your comfort zone doesn't just have to apply to, you know, starting a business or anything like that. You know, a lot of people can benefit from that, you know, whether it be, you know, stepping out there and making different types of friends, making different business connections. If you're working a normal job and you want to try to move up in a position or in a company, just step outside your comfort zone. Just try something different. You know, just try to go for it. That's the biggest thing. Even with my, you know, kind of shy demeanor, I have definitely tried my best to try to be more of a yes man. Try to be more of someone that just kind of, you know, isn't completely put off by the idea of trying something new or trying something different. You know, I met a lot of cool people like that with the business. I've done a lot of cool events. I've got a lot of, you know, really cool, some wild, you know, stories and things, you know, just going for it and trying to step outside of that comfort zone. It's definitely a lot easier, you know, being comfortable, being in a familiar setting, being around people that you know, avoiding trying something new. That's really easy to do. Everyone does it. But, when it comes to, for me, a business setting, that old saying, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Yeah, that's exactly right. I do have to say, full disclaimer, stepping outside of your comfort zone can backfire on you sometimes. So you have to be a little a little picky as to what you choose to step outside and try and do and, be around and things like that. But I can honestly say at the end of the day, I'm really glad that I chose to, try to do something different, try to branch out, you know, try the business thing, when it comes to shows and stuff like that. And unless I just know for an absolute fact that like this is just not my crowd, this is not my thing, this just isn't gonna be, useful or helpful to me, I'll give it a chance. I'll do it. There's been a lot of shows where I've just, rolled the dice and I thought I was just going to completely bomb, and it turned out being, one of the better shows that I've done. Or I've booked a show thinking, this is just going to be kind of boring and ain't going to be much going on, and it turns out to be like one of the wilder shows that I've been to, and I've seen a lot of crazy things that I normally wouldn't have seen if I had just passed on it. I always say with my business personally, and even some stuff I do outside of that, it's not so much making money and trying to become rich or anything like that. Of course, everyone loves making money. Everyone would love to become rich especially doing something that they love. But one of the more important things to me is legacy, like leaving something behind, experiencing as much as I can experience, leaving a positive impact, having stories that I can pass down, you know, simple things like that. Like that means more than anything. Money can come and go, but those stories and those experiences and, the impact, that'll last forever. That's why I always try to support someone that's doing something that I think or that most people would see as being a little outside of the box. I've met a lot of different people over the years. I have a lot of different friends and acquaintances, tattoo artists, musicians, painters, sculptors, even some people that just do the buy and resell thing. And I always try to be as supportive as I can, because I know they had to make that exact same step that I took. They had to step outside of that comfort zone. They had to have a different mindset than everyone else around them. It does take a lot to see so many steps ahead and see like your ultimate goal. Have your short-term goals and then have your bigger goal that you're shooting for. I think it takes a special type of person to have that, but it takes an even more special person to try to chase that and pursue that. So I will always applaud those that, just put forth the effort and really try to go for it, whatever that is for them. I know I've definitely had my naysayers. I'm sure I still do. And I've never let it deter me, because I know, it was hard enough for me to make the step to try to pursue what I want to go for in life. But it's even that much harder trying to convey into someone that's way too small-minded to understand past what they know. Going right back to something that I'd mentioned before as far as, having determination. I don't let other people's opinions sway me or stop me from doing what I want to do. Doesn't mean that sometimes the criticisms don't sting a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that's putting forth the effort. I'm the one that's trying to chase and pursue my goals and dreams and things like that. I have to be my own cheering squad sometimes. And that's completely fine, because if no one else believes in what I do, I know at least I have my own back. Not trying to stray too much from the overall topic here, it still always comes back to stepping outside that comfort zone. It's not easy taking other people's criticisms or trying to explain to someone that just has no idea. It's real difficult sometimes. But you just have to have the foresight to see, if I keep pushing, if I keep trying hard enough, I'll get the results that I'm looking for. One of the biggest things that drives me is knowing where I started, knowing where I'm at, and knowing where I'm going to be. Not hoping, but knowing where I'm going to be. And it's all because I decided to take a chance on me. I decided to go my own path. I decided to chase what most people couldn't understand, and some still don't. I decided to try something out of the norm, and I continue every day to keep inching towards those goals that I set for myself almost 10 years ago now. I'm glad that I didn't let the shyness take over. I'm glad that I didn't let those naysayers get into my head and win. I'm glad that I didn't let those people that they couldn't chase their dreams because they were too afraid to try, so they just automatically assumed that I couldn't chase mine either. I'm glad I didn't listen to that. Because if nothing else, at the end of the day, I can at least say, well, I tried. I didn't give up. I didn't give in. I went for it. I tried. And I hope someone out there hears this and they can be in the same boat with me. They can say, you know what? I tried. I went for it. I tried to chase the things that I wanted to do in life. And I think if you actually try, then there's no such thing as failure. Because you only really fail when you give up. You know, I listen to a lot of inspirational speeches and a lot of people that have succeeded in different, aspects in life, whether it be actors, musicians, cooks, artists, whatever. My biggest inspirations are the ones that really on paper shouldn't have made it, for whatever reason it was. And, there's a lot of people that hear inspirational speeches and thinks that it's all bullcrap. Well, it is if you don't actually get inspired by the speech. If it doesn't fire you up enough to do what you've wanted to do, if you can't inspire yourself, if you can't listen to someone else's success story, then yeah, it is bullcrap. But just remember, there's so many people that are, starting from zero, that are really trying hard. And if they can do it, you can do it. That's what I've always thought to myself. Like, if someone else can do it, then I can too. I know it won't be easy. I know I'll have to try really hard, but that's a part of paying your dues, and it will all be worth it in the end. I hope that someone hears this and decides to take a leap if they're on the fence. And if you've already made that decision to go for it, then I hope you succeed. Let me know. Drop me a comment. I'll try to do whatever I can to support those that support me, that are in the same boat, and that are actually trying. So to wrap this up, please don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to chase after what you want to do. Don't be afraid to go for it. If we put forth the effort and the hard work, it'll pay off. Anyone that's made it this far, if you liked the video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you'd like. Till the next one, I'm Brandon. This is Shootin' from the Stache. Cheers.